Hello and welcome to Keys Decor, the podcast where we talk all things home, buying, decorating, and making your space feel like your sanctuary. I'm your host, Latoya Cooper, a realtor and former marketing professional who's passionate about helping you navigate the journey from house to home. All right, so welcome back to Keys Decor. This is episode 7. All right, episode 7. And I'm really excited about this episode. I feel like I say that on every episode, but that's because I'm always excited about the topic. But today we're doing a neighborhood spotlight, okay? So if you've been looking or really wanting to move into Cary, and I'm talking about West Cary, okay? 27519. All right, the very popular zip code. Very sought after, okay? If you've been wanting to move into that area, but you've also been wanting a modern townhome. You've been wanting one that's in a great location and that has all the conveniences that you could ever need, all within just a couple minutes away. You're going to love Twyla Walk, all right? So today I'm going to break down what makes this community stand out, what the homes have to offer, and I'm going to share some local spots, some things that are really close by, okay, that will really make living there a breeze. Now, if you normally listen to this on the audio only, which by the way, I saw that I have a couple of reviews, 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts. So I want to say thank you so much. I'm so grateful for that. It really means a lot. That a couple of you took the time to review. Thank you so much. So if you have been listening to just the audio, I do have some visuals from my visit to Twyla Walk. Some of those I'm going to try to insert into the YouTube version of this podcast. But if you would prefer to just continue listening to just the audio only, that's fine. I'm going to post a separate video on YouTube that just includes the visuals from the tour, okay? So no worries. You can still listen to the full podcast wherever you like, and then just go to YouTube for the visuals, okay? All right, so go ahead, grab your coffee, get comfy, and let's talk about Twyla Walk. All right, so let's start with the basics, okay? Twyla Walk, it is a new townhouse community in Cary. And the builder is Stanley Martin, and I'm sure that you recognize that name, Stanley Martin. They do have a reputation for building some high quality homes. And this particular community, it holds a special place in my heart because I literally watched this community grow. I watched it go from woods to nothing to now a full townhouse community. Many of you, you may or may not know. I know I've mentioned it before, but I lived in West Cary for close to 15 years, 14 to 15 years I lived over there. And during my last 4 years there, the townhouse that I lived in, I could stand on my back balcony and I would be facing the construction site. They built them right behind our townhouses. I still have some video footage from when they first started going up, and I would film letting people know about it because as soon as I found out, when we moved there, I believe it was the end of 2020 or maybe 2021, but when we moved there, we knew that something was going to be built behind us. We didn't know what it was going to be at the time. The talk was that it was going to be a shopping center. But then eventually, I believe it was 2023 maybe, we saw the signs go up for the Stanley Martin townhouse community. And so, of course, being a realtor, which I believe it was 2024 that the signs went up. So being a realtor, I was excited. I went ahead and contacted them then to make sure that I was on their info list so that I could stay up to date with what was going on with the community. As far as what the pricing would be when they had it, I was, so I made an effort to make sure that I stayed in the know about this community. And so being able to kind of watch it go up has been really nice. And so, one of the things that I really love about this particular neighborhood that I have always loved as I've seen it grow is just the look. They just look so modern. They look so fancy, and the inside is really just as beautiful. If you're someone who loves open concept layouts and modern fixtures, you'll find plenty to love in Twyla Walk. So the homes here range from 440,000 to 655,000 currently. Okay, I say currently because, of course, it's real estate. You know that the prices can change, but as of the recording of this podcast and the information that I received fresh from them yesterday, that is the price range, 440 to 655 on the homes that are left. And they range from, as far as square footage, 1576 to 2600 square feet. All right. And with Cary being such a hot market, honestly, I would not be surprised if they went quickly. All right. So let's talk about the current inventory. So what's available now? It looks like there's 33 homes still available as of today. I thought that she told me there was 40, close to just over 40, but according to the information, just going with the information that I was given, 33 homes still available, and looks like, and they have three different styles. All right, three different home styles. You have your Tessa and Julianne, which range between 2 to 3 bedrooms, and those have 2.5 bathrooms, and those also include a 1-car garage. So they have those, and then they have the Hayworth, which was the one that really caught my eye. And those are 2-car garages. They're 3 to 4 bedroom townhomes. And one of the things that I love is that, let me tell you, that gourmet kitchen. They have a really nice, large gourmet kitchen. I'm not even sure if I even captured that good on the video because it was a realtor event. There was a lot going on, and so I was trying not to record any people in the video. But listen, we can schedule a private tour. But yeah, you have the option for a gourmet kitchen, and a lot of the homes that they have left in inventory do include a gourmet kitchen. Not all, but a lot of them do, and this is in all 3 styles of homes. Okay, you have that option, and yeah, we have some available. You also have other options. For example, in your Tessa model, which is your 2 to 3 bedroom, 1-car garage, 2.5 baths. You also have the option to have an upper level study, which is nice if you want maybe like a office space, extra office space. It's really nice to have. And in your Julianne, you have a optional feature of a electric fireplace. So, and there are other options as well. The Hayworth, the one that I had the opportunity to go through yesterday. One of the things that I really loved about it, guys, let me tell you, that 4th level loft and that rooftop terrace. Let me tell you, I thought that was just, I really loved the way that the 4th floor, the loft that kind of goes out into the terrace on the roof. I thought that was really cool. And if they had the loft area kind of set up as an office, but I would love that. Let me tell you, like, that would be so nice, especially during the warmer months. Like, I would literally probably use that whole floor as my bedroom. There's not a closet on that floor, but there is a space. Well, it's a storage area it's unfinished, but I would try to somehow build it out into a closet and make that whole floor my room. Like, that is just, I just thought it was just such a nice space. I love the accent wall that they had there. And it was just, I'm not sure if that accent wall is custom or if that's just something optional that they added, but I don't see anything about that. So it may be actually a feature of the home, but it was really beautiful. I love the rooftop terrace. I liked how the sides were high enough that you have some privacy. So if you wanted to go out there and read a book and your neighbor happens to be outside, you don't have to be sitting there looking at each other like, awkwardly while you're trying to have a private moment, on your rooftop. Because sometimes with balconies that can happen, especially if you don't have the privacy wall. That was definitely a thing at our, when we were living in a townhouse. Sometimes it would just be awkward. You don't want to necessarily be out there if your neighbor next door is sitting out there as well. It's like it's awkward for both of you. But I really like that the walls go up a bit, giving you some sense of privacy. Okay. The model that, like I said, I toured the Hayesworth, and I thought that it was a really beautiful home. Coming into the first floor, you have, well, they call it a rec room, but it's an area that you can, you can have a couch there. You can make it into a sitting area. There's so much that you can do with it, so much you can do with that area. That's another thing that I really liked. Between the first floor and the upper level, fourth floor, there's so much versatility. And you have options of what you can do. The second floor was where your living room, your open floor plan, your living room, your kitchen, dining. The kitchen, very spacious. Loved all of the counter space. I love open concept kitchens anyway, floor plans, because I entertain a lot. I have brunch every Sunday at my home. I do holidays here, and then we have sometimes special events like birthdays or celebrate special moments. So people have them, new careers and things like that. I do all that in my home. So it's important to me that when I'm in the kitchen, that I can still be a part of what's going on in the living room, and just feel connected. So that's why I really love the open floor plan. But also, you have so much versatility. I feel like with, when you have open floor plan, you can really arrange things and, in different ways, any way that you want. So like, let's say if you are, you live in a home, it's just you, your spouse, and you maybe have a couple of dogs. So you don't need a huge table in your dining room taking up space. You can have a smaller dining room table with a couple of chairs, and then you can maybe make your living room a little bit longer, depending on how the layout is. But I feel like you just have more versatility to kind of make the space, create the space in a way that you need it to be, or just a way that fits your lifestyle. I remember I was in a home. It was actually a customer that I was talking to, and I was in their home. They had an open floor plan, and they had a whole, like, they didn't need a dining room table, so they had a whole pool table in that area, and it worked. They were able to do that and still have the living room separate, and it didn't really look out of place, even though it was a pool table. But I just like the versatility of the open floor plan, but also it's important to me to be able to be connected to what's going on with in the living room, and to be a part of whatever the conversation is. All right. So I thought that the bedroom sizes in this home were actually really good. In townhouses, sometimes the rooms can be kind of small, but these rooms are actually decent sized. I was impressed with the master bedroom and the bathroom. Let me tell you, I don't know if it's because I'm older now, but when I go into homes, the thing that really impresses me, if you really want like a wow, are fixtures. And a beautifully designed bathroom. I don't know what it is. I love bathrooms that are beautifully designed. I love lighting fixtures and things, that are modern. Your hardware. I like, let your sink, your faucet be something that looks very modern. I love things like that. Fixtures really get me, and this house really had it. So really loved it. The laundry room, It was a more of a laundry closet. So if you want a full room that you can walk into, this isn't it. But it was a nice size and it had a full washer and dryer in there. So, nice. It was just a nice townhouse. I really did like it, and I just really loved the modern feel to it. It looked almost like designer inspired, is what it kind of gave me. That was the vibe that I got in the home, that this is designer inspired. And listen, for those of you who are interested in townhomes, but you only want those in units, because I feel like that's always the question when I have a customer or a client who's looking into townhomes. Are there in units? And yes, there are in units still available in this community. Okay, so let's go ahead on. Let's jump on it while they're still available. There is a HOA of $190 a month, and that covers the ground maintenance. Okay. All right, so let's talk about what's around Twyla Walk, because the neighborhood, it's only as good as what's around it, right? What can you get to? And this is where Twyla Walk really shines. All right, so let's talk about shopping and dining. I mean, if you live here, you are literally just like within a 10-minute drive. You have so much around you. First of all, just within 3 or 4 minutes, you have Lowe's Foods. You have dining options over there. You have one of my favorite restaurants that I still go to, Hibachi 88. They have some really, really great food. Oh my gosh. I always get hibachi steak and shrimp with no onions, okay? If you order that, they know that is my order, all right? No onions. The onions are just too big for me, but I love the hibachi steak and shrimp. Sometimes I'll get the wings too, just depends. But and also their crab rangoons are so good. Sometimes I'll get those a little extra, But yeah, they also have Lowe's Foods has a really good coffee shop on the inside. I like their coffees, so you should give them a try sometime. I feel like people kind of forget about that they have a coffee shop in there, but give it a try. They also have a workout or a gym over there in that area. So if you want to work out, there you go. And then just another couple of minutes up the road, you have Harris Teeter, you have a Dunkin' Donuts, you have a McDonald's if that's your thing. You also have some restaurants in that shopping center as well. You have a Wells Fargo, and you have another bank over there as well that I'm not as familiar with. But you have banking options, and you have a dentist, you have eye doctors, let me tell you. And even if you just go just 10 minutes, you can go take within 10 minutes, literally from this location. You have 3 major shopping centers. You have Beaver Creek Commons, you have Parkside Town Commons, and you have Park West. It's so funny because living in West Cary, I always say I spend a lot of time in Apex and Morrisville as well, because it's literally all like super close. And so that was, one of the reasons why when we moved, we were trying to figure out where we were moving. Apex and Morrisville were totally on the table for me as well, because to me, I kind of see these areas as one, because you're so close. So, you have the Beaver Creek. Like I said, all these are within 10 minutes. Beaver Creek over in Apex, Parkside Town Commons over there in Morrisville, and then Park West right here in West Cary. And you have TJ Maxx, you have Home Goods, you have Panera Bread, you have pet stores, Trader Joe's, nail salons and spas, you have Firebirds, and a lot of really good eating, let me tell you. A lot of restaurants in all of these shopping centers. I mean, if you're a vegan, there's a vegan restaurant. There's at least one vegan restaurant over there in Park West. I mean, there's just so much. Like, it's just ridiculous. There's movie theaters. I mean, there are other places to shop. There's Ulta. There are other smaller places for shopping. There's just so much. And like I mentioned before, you have your dentists, eye doctors, and things like that. You have gym options. UNC Wellness, they have a wellness center that's probably about 5 minutes away right up the street. But another thing that I really love about the area is that you have really good healthcare options. You have UNC Health and you have Duke. They both have medical centers right here within just within like a 5 to 10 mile drive. Okay. Now, if you're more of an outdoor person, hey, you're in luck too, because let me tell you, Twyla Walk is close to several parks, including a new Cary Park. It's beautiful. I mean, I'm really impressed with, I've always been impressed with the parks. I mean, just beautiful. One of my favorite parks in this area is Sears Farm Park. As a matter of fact, Sears Farm Park is right up the road, literally, from Twyla Walk. And I love this park. My family, we found this park probably when we were here, probably in our uh, maybe fifth year here was when we found that park. And we just loved it because number one, it has something for everyone. I don't care. Like if you have kids, it has a playground area. If you like walking, it has walking trails. If you like playing basketball, there's a basketball court. If you want to play soccer, there's a large field for that. If you just want to sit, there's nice little adult swings, like I don't know how to describe them, the kind that would hang from, mom's porch back, in the day. I know my mom had the swings on the porch that you could sit on. It has those type of swings. It also has other little things. It's a great place to take pictures because they have they keep it really nice, flowers and things. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you go there during prom season and even graduation season, you'll see a lot of people out there taking pictures. I know all of my kids took their graduation pictures and prom pictures there, except for one, but because it was raining during that prom and we just couldn't. But yeah, it is a nice place. We've had a lot of birthday pictures taken there. It's a nice place to take pictures. If you just want to take pictures of nature, it's a good place for that also. Like it is such a nice park. Something else is that you're also in Twyla Walk is close to quite a few of Cary's 39 greenways. All right. So if you want to take a morning jog or you just want a quiet spot, this option you have plenty of options. Okay. Plenty of options for you and the kids. And speaking of kids, great, really great schools, highly rated schools in this area. And I can speak from experience. The schools in this district, Mills Park Elementary, Middle, and Green Level High. I had kids go from elementary all the way up, graduate through the high school, and I can honestly say that these are some really amazing schools. Okay, you're talking about some of the best schools right here in this area. All right, and as for commuters, you're working in Raleigh or you're working in somewhere surrounding, it's super convenient because you can get to 540. Like you have easy access to 540. Like literally within just a couple of minutes, you're on 540. All right. So it really makes getting around a breeze. Okay. And you're less than 10 miles from Research Triangle Park. So, traveling back and forth to work, no problem when you live in Twyla Walk. All right. So who is Twyla Walk perfect for? Well, for one, it's perfect for first-time home buyers. It's perfect for growing families because there's so much to do. And like I said, the homes have so much versatility. You can, so much that you can do so that it can grow as your family grows. You can transform the areas as you need it. If you're a remote worker, these homes would be perfect as well. Because there's so much to do right in the area. The homes are beautiful. It has built-in space for you, so you don't necessarily have to sacrifice a room for your office. You have a loft space that you can use, or you can use your downstairs rec room area to create an office. So really, really great place for remote workers. Also for retirees. Because once again, everything is so close. So you just want just simple living, somewhere where you can be and where you just have easy access to things. You don't necessarily have to go on the highway. You don't have to go on a highway to go to the grocery store. You have Harris Teeter, Publix, and Lowe's Foods right there. So hey, perfect for retirees who like things to be close by and who value easy living. All right. All right. So, if you're thinking about buying soon, now's the time to get into this neighborhood. Okay. Get into the neighborhood before they're all sold out. And we can take advantage of their current incentives. Now, I won't really put those out here just because, of course, incentives can change. But if you're interested, contact me and let's talk about what the current incentives are and get out there to take a tour. All right, so I have a couple of little bonuses for you. Now, for one, Twyla Walk will soon include a space called the Shops at Twyla Walk. And in this space, you're going to find restaurants, retail, and offices all within walking distance of your home. Okay? They're right there in the community. So that is really exciting and something to look forward to. And another tip, and something that even some of the locals don't even know about yet, not even other realtors may know about this yet, but Twyla Walk is expanding and will soon include condos. All right, because there's a lot of lands over there, and they're going to be building condos. All right, and I hear that they're going to be huge. From the way they were described to me, they are similar to the townhomes. They're similar. They'll feel like townhouse living, but they are so much more bigger. So you'll have so much more space. So I can't wait for construction to start. We'll see. I'm definitely going to take a tour when those go up as well. All right. Well, that's a wrap on today's Neighborhood Spotlight. Twyla Walk, is one of those communities that has something for everyone. Beautiful homes, great location, and just access to everything that you need. So listen, if you're in the Triangle area or you've been thinking about moving to the Triangle area and you think that, you think this is your kind of place, or you need help finding a neighborhood that fits your lifestyle, hey, let's schedule a free buyer consultation. It only takes 15 to 20 minutes. Look in the show notes below for information on how to do that. Make sure you share this episode with a friend who is also thinking about moving. And if you have time, I would appreciate a review. It helps the podcast to be seen, and it helps platforms to know that you find value in it. So thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay mindful, stay inspired. Happy home hunting.